Hi everyone, and welcome back to Peggy's Picks. I'm so excited. This is my first Halloween edition ever. This is Halloween 2025 edition 1. We're going to have 4 editions, one for every week of this month. This today is going to be my 5-6 favorite things that I do to transform my house for my favorite holiday. This will be a week 1. I will post underneath each video what I'm going to show you and where you can get it. Mostly everything's on Amazon. There's an Amazon link that you could just click on and get the product if you love it and you want to bring it into your home. So the first thing that I'm going to show you is what's behind me. So the first thing I do is create this space in my house, and it's in my foyer. So no matter what room or where I'm walking around, I can't help but pass it. And I love to reflect on it. I like to look at it in the mornings, sometimes do a little meditation in front of it, but it's just such a great, soothing, beautiful space. So take a look at it, and I'm going to bring you around so you can see it close up. That's Gypsy right there, my mask from the oldest mask shop in Venice, Italy. And that's a story in itself. Hold on, let me bring you a little closer. Start with this candelabra that my sister Mary gave me, and I found these wax look-alike candles that are dripping with the orange flames, and they are battery operated, but they'll last forever, and I just love them. This urn, I love the color green. And these are dried flowers from the garden from last year. I just put a couple of hydrangeas in this year, but it's just so pretty. I loved the stem of this pumpkin. I picked it up at Father Nature, actually, in East Islip. And I just love little things like this velvet pumpkin and pine cones and leaves from outside, orange candles, and my little angels that I put here. I find these little acorn tops and I put them on their heads for hats. Look at, she has one too. So cute. Orange candle is for joy and happiness in the house always. These beautiful apples smell amazing the more they dry. I just put a little cinnamon on them. And if you slice an apple crossway, you will find a star in the middle, and it just gets even more pronounced as they dry out. It's just so nice. I loved this really cool picture of the crow in that beautiful hat. It's just a bird in a hat, that's all that is. I also have some crystals, which I have some carnelian and jasper here for the season. I love to put a clear quartz crystal because it just amplifies the other crystals and also keeps the energy nice and clear inside the house. I added this pumpkin because I grew that pumpkin, which it's so pretty. I love it. And then that is a zinnia. She's drying out in a beautiful piece of pottery that was handmade. And I just love this plant that I got from the plant store in Islip that we grown in shade that we spoke about. And there's my sweet friend there, just making sure everybody's in their place, and she's holding on to a little sage just in case we need it. But that is my beautiful autumn tablescape that I get to look at every single moment of the day when I'm in my house. So I hope that you can go and pick some things and make one of your own, and please post it in this post so that we can all see. Next, we're going in to share a nice cup of tea. Okay, we're in the kitchen now, and my next Peggy's pick for autumn, fall, Halloween, whatever you want to call it, is this new tea. This is my tea cabinet. So I have many different teas, and I have many different blends of teas in here. So I want you to get your favorite mug. Oh, what can mine be right now at this time of year? I don't know. Maybe the Practical Magic mug. There is a little witch in all of us, right? Everybody has a little magic within them. So that's the mug I'm going to use. I have this glass teapot, which I absolutely love. It was a gift. But before I make the tea, I'll put the kettle on. So this tea is called Magic Hour Tea. There's a link below if you want to. She sells samples. You can buy samples and try out different blends. But every tea that she makes like I make my tablescape. I make it with intention. Everything that's on that table is because I put it there, because I love it, because I'm honoring the earth and I'm honoring the season. And that's exactly what Zena does. She's the founder of Magic Hour Tea. She named it Magic Hour because of the way the sky looks in the morning and in the night. It just has that glow about it. Every tea is blended intentionally with different crystals and tarot, and she does the horoscopes. She's so interesting. If I lived in California, I would buy the house right next door to her because we would be the best of friends. I've emailed her a couple of times and they emailed me back, so it's really cool. So anyway, we'll do this really quick. What I'm doing is just taking a couple of spoonfuls. This is pumpkin spice caramel. So we need a pumpkin spice tea from Happy Hour Tea. That is my second pick. And I'll probably have, this is a big mug, so I'll put 4 spoonfuls, and this is just my little acai spoon that I use for my teas. And we're going to put the water right into the kettle, and we'll let that steep for a few minutes. It'll be on fast forward as we go through the next pick. But I love this little tea kettle too, that you can see the tea in it and where it's going up to. Okay, that's perfect. So we're just going to let that steep for a few minutes. And that is my second pick, is the pumpkin spice caramel tea from Magic Hour Tea Company. Beautiful tea company, sustainable, organic, fair trade, wonderful tea company. The next thing we're going to look at, and this was my very, very first Peggy's Picks video, and I'm bringing it back because it is perfect for this time of year. And these are the GE Vintage Style Amber light bulbs. I have them in my kitchen, light bulbs here. They just cast such a beautiful amber glow in the whole house that when you come in at night, because of this change of season and soon to be the change of time, we go through a transition in our body, and sometimes we're not even aware of why we feel anxious or why we're feeling stressed. So if you add these things into your life, it helps to calm you and bring you down so that you can just enjoy the season and understand what it's for. It's for us to go in and to be quiet and to relax, because we just had our harvest of the whole summer. Some of us worked in our gardens all summer, whether it be flower, food, beach houses, boating, whatever it is, we're running, we're doing. This is your time to come in, light a fire, make a cup of tea, put an amber light bulb in all of your lamps. And these to me were life-changing, life-changing. So the link is below if you want. Hello, Luna. The link is below if you want to order them. Or else you can get these in Lowe's, not Home Depot, Lowe's. Okay, our tea is still brewing, so that leaves us for a little bit of time for one more Peggy's Picks, and that is, and you'll see why if you stay to the end and look at the picture of the outside. I have the little lights that you see in all of my windows, the little white lights. A lot of times you see them at Christmas time in people's windows. I have them in all year long. But in October, I changed the white light to an orange light. So the entire house is glowing from the inside out. You have to do nothing else but put these candlesticks in your windows with these orange light bulbs. It'll cost you like $1.50 each. And your whole house will be transformed for Halloween. People stop and say, where did you get those light bulbs? Seriously, I get a whole, 24, 36 of them on Amazon for $10. But that's what I do, and you'll see again when you see the outside. That's what I do. That is my pick number 4 of these little lights. So you have the amber lights for the outside, the orange lights for the inside, and the bonus on these is you get the light on the inside also. So it's absolutely wonderful. Now we're going to pour out a tea and enjoy this. So here we are, our pumpkin spice magic hour tea. Now what I like to do is make mine sort of like a latte. So I foam up my cream. I put that on top, making a mess as usual. And then I take my little crystal teaspoon with my little clear quartz crystal, and I just add some cinnamon on top. And cinnamon is so, so good for you. Let's taste. Cheers. Wow. So warming, very tasty. Can taste the pumpkin. We could have steeped it a little bit more, but with the cream on the top and the cinnamon, that is yummy, delicious. Okay, now we're going back inside. I hope you enjoyed your tea. Okay, so number 5 are these amber fire glowing solar lights, also on Amazon. They're a little bit more expensive. I think they were $54 for 12, but look at what they look like. They're so pretty, and they line the whole walkway. So when people come up to the house, either for a visit or to trick or treat, they have a nice lit walkway coming up. So this would be my final pick. And you know, some people might think it's a little woo-woo, but to me it's not, because I feel this is a sacred time of year and I want to honor it. So what I do is I take prayer cards from people that mean just so much to me. My soul sister Penny, my dad. This is my dad's pocket cross, so I keep that here. It's a little cross that you just put in your pocket. It's like a little fidget thing. You could just, you know, it reminds you that you're being watched over. Louis, who just passed, Sean's father, my ex-husband, who just passed on Easter Sunday, and my brother-in-law Bob, and my beautiful stepdaughter Megan. So I keep all of these precious people and around me, especially during this time of year, because when everything's changing and the seasons are changing and things are dying off, and the veil, they say, is very thin between the two worlds. So our loved ones are closer to us than they are during other times of the year. So you may feel extra love from them. Maybe you get a little message from them every now and again. In my shower, there was a penny, the shower that Penny used to use when she stayed here. Where that came from, we don't know, so we just keep it on the sink. But different things like that. And maybe it's a little woo-woo, like I said, but it means a lot to me. It might be something you would like to put into practice to keep your loved ones close by at this time of the year, and just keep aware of messages. Be open to them. It's wonderful. Light a beautiful candle for them. Look at how that's glowing. So your homework is to go out into nature and to find special things that you can make your own altar or tablescape, so that you can look at it all the time in your home during the special time of year, the special season. So I hope you enjoyed this episode of Peggy's Picks, first edition, of this month. We're going to have a beautiful harvest feast here on Sunday afternoon. roasting all the vegetables from the garden, some organic chicken. Sean's bringing his homemade pumpkin beer. So we'll have a little feast, and I hope that you have one too. So thank you for watching. As always, I really appreciate it. And I can't wait to see you next week. Enjoy the week. Be safe out there.